Sup guys, Malefic here, and this is the second installment to my How to Use the GreatSword tutorial series. And this will be covering some of the advanced tactics that I've learned throughout the years of me playing with the GreatSword class. The first section of this guide is titled Sniping. Now, just to show you the difference, look at how slow the down slash comes down here. Do you see? It's basically, you couldn't see me hitting anything with that. Now, watch as I pull it when it's sheathed. See, can you see the difference? It's much faster if you pull the GreatSword completely off your back into a down slash. This is widely known as an unsheath attack, and all you have to do is run forward and then press triangle and it'll pull the GreatSword off your back into a down slash. Now, on my screen is an example of what sniping is. Basically, you keep your weapon sheathed, run, do a down slash on the monster, sheath it, and then run around, wait for an opening, and do another down slash and just keep repeating it. This gives the GreatSword really high damage output because it's pretty constant damage if you know the monster well. There's a few armor skills that go pretty hand in hand with sniping. The three are Unsheath Crit, Unsheath Stun, and Fast Sheath. They all help a lot with unsheathing attacks. Unsheath Crit gives you 100% affinity on unsheath attacks, which is 25% more damage. Unsheath Stun lets you do KO damage when you unsheath, which can knock out monsters. And Fast Sheath lets you put your weapon up quicker, so you can unsheath quicker. Some GreatSword users like to use the infinite combo, I'm showing it on screen right now, rather than sniping. I find sniping much more effective because you can get in quick swings that you can't get in with the infinite combo, and you can also get out of a monster's way before it runs you over a lot easier as well. But the infinite combo is very good for taking out minions, no doubt. The next section of the guide is titled Knowing Your Openings. Now, this is one of the most important things you need to know to play the GreatSword correctly. You're going to have to know monsters' moves, when they stop, when they give you a chance to charge, when they give you a chance to snipe. For example, when Narga does his tail slam, I know I have enough time to do a triple charge, and I can throw it into his wing, and if I break his wing, he'll fall, giving me another chance for a triple charge. If you've ever noticed, when a monster turns around towards you, it always turns 2 times. Now, this is easily abused using the GreatSword by getting behind the monster and charging. They'll turn twice and then let the charge go right into their head. Tigrex has always been a difficult monster to me, but when I use a GreatSword, I just abuse getting behind him and using his double turns, and it turns him into a joke. The next section of the guide is titled Exploiting Weak Spots. Every monster has a weak spot, and you should be aiming for that weak spot and hitting it every single chance you get. Violet Kira has a guide on GameFAQs that shows the weak spot of every single monster and how much damage it takes. I suggest you read it because it is very helpful. I'll put a link in the description. Now, not every monster's weak spot is the head as you would think. There are some pretty bizarre weak spots, but it is your job to hit them because there is always a way to. For example, Gold Raytheon's weakest point is its back and its wings. Okay, that sounds pretty hard to hit with a GreatSword, but if you watch my screen, you can see that I found ways to hit it. I even found a very reliable charging opportunity. As you can see, when it does the super double fireball into a backflip, I can start charging, and when it lands, it'll hit. Moral of the story, aim for the weak spot. The next section of the guide is titled Staggering. Now, depending on how many times you hit a monster's hit zone, it will make them flinch. This is a set amount, and it's called a stagger. You can count staggers, and you can use them to your advantage. Now, I'm counting the amount of hits I do on Black Tigrex's head. I already know that 4 hits will stagger him. Watch on my screen as I do all 4. Now, as I predicted, he staggered on the 4th hit. Now, you can always count your staggers as long as you have the same gear, same weapon, same buffs against the same monster. Now, watch what I can do against a flying monster when I stagger it. Now, I already had enough hits to stagger Rathalos beforehand, and then I let him fly at me, and then I hit him out of the sky. This is a very awesome thing you can do, and it gives you a lot of free hits. You should do this whenever you can. Alright guys, that's it for the advanced training. Now there should be 3 links right now to either go back to the basic training, go to the tutorial menu, and go to the gearing section. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.